Archangel Michael says, stay exactly where you are and listen carefully. What you are about to hear is not an accident, it is divine timing. The same people who whispered behind your back thought their shadows were enough to block your light, but heaven had already rewritten their ending. They studied your weaknesses, your fears, your cracks, thinking they could use them against you. They didn't know that every scar on your heart had already been kissed by grace. They forgot that you were chosen, not created to be destroyed. Every word they spoke against you planted its own trap beneath their feet. The energy they sent out, heavy with envy and deceit, circled back like thunder in a silent storm. Now, the very plan that was meant to break you has become their mirror, reflecting every hidden motive they once denied. What they called your downfall was actually your divine disguise. You were never losing, you were being positioned. The silence they mocked was heaven's strategy to expose them without you lifting a single finger. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They thought you were done. They said you would never rise again after what they did. But they didn't see the invisible army surrounding your spirit, protecting what their eyes could never reach. There was a night when you cried so quietly that even your own reflection didn't know the truth of your pain. But that was the night heaven whispered your name and declared, enough. Your tears became your testimony, your heartbreak became your crown. Archangel Michael watched as they laughed at your delay. He saw the screenshots, the gossip, the manipulation that hid behind kindness. But he also saw something greater, your patience, your restraint, your unshakable grace when you could have chosen revenge. Now the storm has turned. Those who plotted your failure are witnessing the rise they never thought possible. Their own envy has become the weight that keeps them stuck while you ascend with divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There's someone who is secretly regretting every word they said about you. They can't sleep because your peace haunts their guilt. The truth is, they didn't destroy you, they exposed themselves. Archangel Michael says, the tables have turned without noise. What was whispered in the dark is now echoing in daylight. The same mouth that cursed your name is now forced to watch your blessings unfold. Heaven never punishes out of anger, it balances out of justice. And right now, the scales are shifting in your favor. Every delay, every betrayal, every loss was a setup for this exact moment. They underestimated how protected you truly were. They thought they could predict your ending, not knowing your story was written by hands that can't fail. You were never their target, you were their test. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your silence became their confusion. Your calmness became their nightmare. Because nothing destroys the wicked faster than watching their plan fail in peace. Some of them are watching you right now, pretending not to. They scroll through your life, waiting to see if you've fallen apart. But every picture of your glow is a reminder that heaven stood beside you all along. They don't know that the very pain they caused you became your purpose. That betrayal redirected your destiny towards something unstoppable. The heartbreak they thought would crush you became your awakening. Archangel Michael says, your protection was never visible, it was spiritual. When they laughed, angels built walls. When they lied, heaven rewrote scripts. And when they celebrated your absence, divine hands were busy preparing your return. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You are not broken. You are rebuilt. Stronger than before, softer where it matters, sharper where it counts. There's something powerful in your silence now. It's not weakness, it's knowing you no longer need to prove anything. Because what's coming next doesn't need explanation, only revelation. Their jealousy turned into their lesson. They thought success was a competition, you showed them its alignment. They thought your pain was punishment, you revealed it was transformation. The ones who betrayed you are now surrounded by the same energy they released. They are realizing too late that what you carry cannot be touched, only delayed for divine perfection. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The message from heaven is clear, you are unstoppable now. Every obstacle they built will turn into a bridge beneath your feet. Every insult they threw will become the reason you are remembered. Archangel Michael says, keep your spirit steady. Don't clap back, don't explain, don't rush. Their own words will testify against them soon, you won't need to speak. Your victory will not come in the form of revenge, it will come in recognition. People who ignored you will start whispering your name with respect. Even those who left you will wish they had stayed. They plan to see you cry, instead, they'll see you crowned. And when they ask how you did it, you'll simply say, I survived what was meant to destroy me. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Heaven has already begun rewriting your timeline. Opportunities are aligning quietly, the kind that will make everything make sense. The kind that will silence every doubt without a single explanation. They don't know how it feels to lose control of the narrative. They thought they were the authors of your pain, but God was the publisher of your destiny. Every delay they caused only made your blessing multiply. The whispers that once broke you now sound like background noise. You've outgrown their language of envy. Their chaos no longer has access to your peace. The lesson is this: divine justice doesn't always come loudly. Sometimes it arrives as your peace, your glow, your silence, your elevation. And that is the justice they never expected. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into a season where everything that left will regret leaving. The tables will not just turn, they will flip in ways that reveal truth with grace. You will not need to chase anyone, they will find you again, this time humbled. This next chapter of your life will be quiet yet loud in miracles. The very energy that was sent to stop you will fuel your rise. You are the living proof that what's meant for you cannot be stolen. Keep walking with dignity. Keep your tone calm, your boundaries firm, your heart soft but wise. You've learned what they haven't, peace is the loudest power of all. You are not who you were before the betrayal, you are wiser, stronger, chosen. Their plan backfired, but your destiny didn't. What they meant for chaos became your calling. The air around you is shifting, and those who once doubted your strength can feel it too. Something unseen is aligning itself with your name, rewriting the very energy that surrounds your life. The same people who once celebrated your silence will now tremble at your voice. Your presence has begun to disturb their comfort. They sense that the balance they once controlled is gone forever. The universe has chosen its side, and it's yours. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Archangel Michael says, the storm you walked through wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to expose the truth. Every shadow revealed a face, every delay uncovered a hidden motive. Now, nothing and no one can pretend anymore. There's a stillness around your name now, not emptiness, clarity. Those who played with your trust are realizing that they can't touch what heaven guards. You didn't lose them, you were rescued from them. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Their envy has turned into exhaustion. The more they talk, the more they reveal. They can't understand how your peace survived the chaos they created. Some of them are replaying every move, every lie, wondering where they lost control. But they never had control, they only borrowed your kindness. And now that kindness has been reclaimed. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Your light is becoming unbearable for their shadows. They can't stand to see you heal from wounds they hoped would stay open. You are now walking proof that divine protection is not a myth. Archangel Michael says, do not return to what you outgrew. The people who hurt you cannot meet the version of you that survived them. The door is closed, and that closure is sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Soon, unexpected news will find its way to you, a confirmation, a sign, a whisper that justice has been served. You might not see it publicly, but you will feel the shift inside. It will feel like air clearing after a storm that lasted too long. Their names will cross your path again, not for reconciliation but revelation. You'll see clearly now, the masks, the motives, the truth behind their kindness. And that sight will set you free forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. They will wonder how you're still glowing. They'll ask themselves what keeps you going when they gave you nothing but pain. But you'll know, it was divine energy lifting you when no one else could. Your strength has become their reminder that heaven doesn't lose battles. Every setback they caused has now turned into a prophecy fulfilled. What was stolen will return multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Archangel Michael says, prepare yourself, a divine reversal is already in motion. You won't have to announce it, your energy will. Those who plotted in secret will face exposure in daylight. Their own actions are chasing them now. The same mouth that cursed your name will now speak your praise, not out of choice but out of truth. Every false story is collapsing under its own weight. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. You've entered the phase of divine replacement. Every friend who betrayed you will be replaced by one who protects you. Every loss you grieved will open space for something holy. They can't stop what's coming, no matter how hard they try. You've crossed a spiritual threshold that only warriors can survive. You are no longer fighting for victory, you are the victory. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. The energy around you is too strong for manipulation now. Lies bounce off you like dust in sunlight. You are no longer accessible to chaos, your peace has become your fortress. They are trying to understand how you did it, how you healed without closure. But closure was never external, it was a promise whispered by heaven the day you refused to break. That promise is now being fulfilled. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Archangel Michael says, let your success speak for you. You owe no explanations to the ones who doubted your calling. Your elevation is the only conversation left. In the quiet hours, they replay the past and realize the truth. They were warned not to hurt you. They were told that harming you would bring their own fall. And now, that warning echoes louder than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Your path is glowing with divine clarity. The people, opportunities, and blessings arriving now are not random, they were delayed for this exact hour. Every closed door was an alignment, not rejection. They called you foolish for walking away, but heaven called it faith. They said you were weak, but strength has always been your silence. You didn't fight back, you simply let the universe handle the rest. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Their season of control is over. You've become the very thing they feared, untouchable. They can no longer manipulate your emotions because you've learned to master your peace. Archangel Michael says, every attempt to block your destiny will now collapse. The walls they built are turning into mirrors, forcing them to face their reflection. Their lesson has just begun. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You're stepping into a new dimension of abundance. The energy that once resisted you now bends in your favor. Doors will open not because of luck but because divine justice demands it. Those who ignored you will be drawn back, not by your effort but by fate's correction. They'll remember your kindness too late. And that realization will be their greatest loss. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. You are no longer the victim, you are the miracle. The pain that once defined you now decorates you with wisdom. Every wound has turned into a window for light to shine through. Heaven is smiling over your patience. You didn't retaliate, and that's what sealed your blessing. What's next for you will silence every voice that once doubted your worth. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. They are watching you from afar, trying to understand how the storm didn't destroy you. They can't comprehend how someone who was meant to fall has become the one standing taller than ever. Every attempt they made to bury your light only made it brighter. Archangel Michael says, your resilience has become a weapon heaven forged in secret. What they thought was weakness was actually preparation. Every delay, every betrayal, every closed door was sharpening your purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. The truth is, you never needed their approval. Your spirit was already chosen long before they tried to silence it. That's why every trap they set fell apart at the last moment, not luck, but divine interception. There is a quiet power in you now, the kind that doesn't announce itself yet changes everything it touches. You've learned to smile where you once would have cried. You've learned that peace is not the absence of pain, but the presence of strength. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Someone from your past is beginning to see the consequences of their own actions. Their words, once sharp and confident, now tremble under the weight of truth. They are realizing that betrayal doesn't bring victory, it brings emptiness. The very people who once mocked your kindness are now missing the warmth they rejected. They are surrounded by the echo of your absence. And in that emptiness, they are learning what your silence truly meant. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Archangel Michael says, do not return to familiar chaos. The chapter that hurt you is not meant to be reopened. You've been delivered from that energy for a reason, do not mistake nostalgia for connection. Heaven has seen the sleepless nights, the broken trust, the tears that no one knew about. Those moments were not wasted. They were the soil from which your new life would bloom. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. The tables are still turning, slowly but surely. Those who built false stories around your name will watch their own narratives unravel. Lies are heavy, and they can no longer carry what they created. Now it's you they whisper about again, but this time, it's different. Their tone has changed, from mockery to curiosity, from arrogance to silence. You've become untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. You were never meant to fit into the spaces they confined you in. You were meant to outgrow them. That's why everything fell apart when you tried to stay small. Your destiny refused to shrink. There's a certain glow in your eyes now that they can't explain. It's not pride, it's peace. The kind that comes when you finally stop fighting for people who never deserved your loyalty. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Archangel Michael says, prepare yourself for sudden elevation. What took years to delay will now manifest in moments. The energy that was against you has no authority anymore. The people who thought you were replaceable are about to witness something unforgettable. They will realize too late that you were not just part of their story, you were the light of it. And that light has now left their world dim. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. There is someone who once called you weak, now whispering your name in awe. They can't understand how you became everything they never believed in. You are the reflection of divine favor in motion. The truth they tried to bury is rising like sunlight breaking through clouds. Their words have turned into their lesson. Their pride has turned into their silence. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. Do not chase closure, you've already won. The universe has seen your patience and rewarded it with restoration. Every sleepless night has translated into favor you haven't even seen yet. Archangel Michael says, this season belongs to your strength. Your voice will carry weight, your presence will command peace. Nothing that once hurt you can touch you again. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. They once said you'd never recover. Now they say you were chosen. They once mocked your tears, now they envy your resilience. The circle has completed itself. You will notice blessings arriving quietly, a message, a call, a chance, a sign. Don't second-guess it. It's your reward arriving disguised as coincidence. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The karmic wheel has turned. The pain that once defined you is now the very reason doors are opening. People are drawn to your energy because it carries truth, and truth cannot be faked. The old you would have explained. The new you just smiles and walks away. Because silence, now, speaks louder than justice itself. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. Archangel Michael says, a breakthrough is already unfolding. The energy that resisted you for so long is finally collapsing. What you've prayed for is beginning to take form behind the scenes. This time, your peace will not cost you your heart. This time, the blessing will not come through pain. This time, heaven is giving you joy that stays. They never saw this moment coming. The same mouths that once spread lies about you now whisper your name with quiet awe. What they thought was your ending was actually the pause before your greatest unveiling. Every tear you shed became a seed of transformation. Every silence you kept became thunder waiting to strike in its time. The people who laughed at your delay are about to witness what divine timing truly looks like. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. Archangel Michael says, this is the chapter where everything hidden becomes visible. The blessings are no longer waiting in silence, they are moving toward you with purpose. Those who betrayed you will see you shine from the very places they tried to bury you. You will stand in spaces they said you'd never reach. Your name will be mentioned in rooms you've never entered. And when it happens, it will not be out of luck, it will be destiny catching up. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. There is a shift coming that will silence every critic. They will see your peace and mistake it for pride. They won't understand that peace is what happens when pain finally loses its power. The same people who left you when you were broken will try to return when you start glowing. But you will recognize the difference between love and convenience now. You've learned to protect your energy like gold. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. Someone from your past is replaying their choices right now. They can't stop thinking about what they lost when they let you go. Their conscience is louder than their pride, and it's eating away at their sleep. They thought your kindness was weakness, but now they see it was your strength. You didn't just forgive, you evolved. That evolution has turned you into their mirror, showing them what they could have been if they chose truth. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. Archangel Michael says, what's next for you will not need explanation. The energy around you is aligning so fast that even you will be surprised. You are entering a divine acceleration, where years of delay will be restored in moments. You will receive confirmation in ways that feel almost unreal. A message. A sudden opportunity. A conversation that changes your path forever. Heaven has already signed your turnaround. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. The people who plotted against you are starting to feel the weight of their own actions. Their joy feels hollow because their victories were built on your pain. What they don't know is that divine justice doesn't forget, it waits. Now that waiting is over. The energy they released has circled back, and it's teaching them the meaning of consequence. Every mask they wore is slipping away one by one. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. You, on the other hand, are walking into peace that feels brand new. The kind of peace that doesn't need validation. The kind that hums quietly inside your chest, reminding you that you survived what was designed to destroy you. Archangel Michael says, walk with grace. Your strength will speak louder than your pain ever did. And when you smile, heaven will smile back. Type Amen to get blessing 4141. There will come a moment soon, unexpected, divine, when you'll realize everything that broke you was actually building you. The betrayal, the silence, the loss, all of it became your protection. What was taken from you is being returned tenfold. Those who counted you out will soon have to count again. And this time, the numbers won't lie. You've become the proof that no darkness can destroy a soul chosen by light. Type Amen to get blessing 4242. You are not the same as you were before the storm. You've outgrown pain. You've mastered patience. You've learned the art of walking away without looking back. They can no longer access your peace. Their words bounce off your energy because you've been elevated beyond their reach. Your silence now carries more power than their noise ever did. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. Archangel Michael says, the divine reversal is almost complete. What was meant to humiliate you will now elevate you. What was meant to block you will now introduce you. You are walking into a divine spotlight that was prepared only for you. Every injustice, every delay, every closed door, all of it was part of your positioning. You were never forgotten, only hidden until it was safe to shine. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. The ending they wished for you never came. Instead, you became the beginning of something new, stronger, wiser, unstoppable. You are no longer who they hurt, you are who heaven rebuilt. Soon, people will say your name with respect. They'll study your strength. And you'll simply smile, knowing that grace did what revenge never could.